Well, Coach K reaffirmed what I've been saying all week today after they blow out Notre Dame. Duke showed up today and won in convincing fashion, unloading on Notre Dame, Fighting Irish, and sending them home and sending themselves into a matchup with North Carolina on Friday night. It's going to be packed in here for that one. It's going to be ridiculous. Easy to predict that one, but it's still going to be wild nonetheless. We finally got a look at the Blue Devils in postseason play, and they lived up to the hype today. Marvin Bagley, Wendell Carter on the court pregame, two guys who are going to have their name called in the top 5 in draft in June. To see them going at it, Grayson Allen feeding at the top of the paint, they looked scary out of the gate, frankly. Wendell Carter had the ball up top, jammed it down low to Marvin Bagley, who just poured it right up and in. And Bagley, again and again, went right to the rim today. Tip passes, tip rebounds, kept them alive against a Notre Dame front line that really fought today. Mooney, Colson, and the rest of them, they went big today, Mike Brey's team. And even though the final score was not close and they never really looked like they had a shot in this one, they were creeping there behind Duke all game long, and that was because this game became highly contested on the boards. Mooney had a number of putbacks, strong finishes, offensive rebounds were there for Notre Dame today, even though Duke has a big front line in its own right. But the difference today, no doubt about it, was Marvin Bagley. 33 points, 17 rebounds. At one point to close this game, he got a pass thrown up to him. I think it was from Allen. Tried to catch it, couldn't quite get a hold of it, so it tips off his fingertips as he's facing away from the rim, and it bounced right off his fingertips up and bounced back down in the rim. Mike Brey, after this one, said that in all his years of college basketball, he has never seen a team rebound above the rim the way Duke did today, and they were playing great defense on top of it, frustrating Notre Dame on a number of possessions. Don't get me wrong, Bonzie Colson showed up to play today. He was there toe for toe through 10 points with Bagley to start this one off and continued to put pressure on the Devils in the second half. In fact, Bagley said after this game, Colson's a guy he likes to take a little bit of something from with the way he plays the post, the moves he has down low, the power he plays with. So Colson, as many other players, are an influence for Bagley. But I don't want to hear it. Like, Bagley has dropped in some people's minds. Wendell Carter has risen in some people's minds. I'm not buying it. I think Bagley showed once again today that he is a top 3 force in this draft. The power to play the low post and battle with big men, as well as the speed, agility, even shooting of a wing player. You definitely don't get a sense that this guy is a knockdown shooter, but he hit a number of threes today to get to 33 and took this game over by brute force. Notre Dame, Coach K called them deadly. He said that no one's going to want to play them in March, and he thinks they should be there. They got 2 wins out of this ACC tournament. They found solid footing with their starting lineup. Brey emphasized that again today. Colson said he continues to feel good as he returns from injury, and they are going to have the injury thing factored in when the committee takes a look at their case, which is very close. The numbers, everything else, the resume, probably don't speak to a team that will make March, especially on the packed bubble. But there is that key factor that the committee can point to, in that they had injuries all year long that affected their play. They can remove losses that way. The toughest thing for the Irish to overcome is that 7-game losing streak they suffered through the regular season. That is a big black mark on their resume. But the committee might just erase it with how they played back here, how they fought Duke today in a tough loss. And now it's on to Duke, North Carolina. Coach K didn't get a chance to talk about the upcoming matchup tomorrow night, but Roy Williams said plenty. And, of course, Theo Pinson, who we talked about in the other video, said everybody and their mom is going to be watching tomorrow. I know me and my mom are probably going to be watching tomorrow night. What's up, Mom? She's been keeping track of me down here in Brooklyn the whole way, and I hope you continue to stick with us here at CLNS Media as we give you Duke UNC and Clemson, Virginia tomorrow night. We will see you then, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. We'll be back here with all the coverage. Good night.